Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Cartes. Thank you very much for joining me. I have a fun project planned for us today. I hope this video inspires you to create something of your own. If you would, hit the like button and share the video with your friends. That helps me to grow this channel and to continue to bring you new projects. If you haven't subscribed yet, would you please consider subscribing? And if you have, thank you very much. Well, we have a lot to do, so let's get to it. Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Cartes. Thank you so much for joining me. I picked up this little diamond art kit. It was on sale, and I like the picture. It's a peacock. Oh, I love that peacock. So this is going to be our project that we start on, and we'll see how long it takes us. I haven't opened it yet, so let's just see what we got in here. Maybe. Easier said than done. Oh, that was packed good. Oh, look at this. It's got a frame for us. How fun. Oh, look at this. Okay, let's try to take it out gently. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, and it's got the colors behind it so that when they don't quite match up, the color will still come through. Oh, I like this kit. How about that? And here it is. We'll end up taking the wood off. Well, how about let's read the directions. Okay, so we have a bajillion drills. We have a tray, but you know, we got more, and a pin and some baggies. And the jelly wax. So the directions are, it has all these different languages, but here's English. Each bag is coated, and so do it one color at a time. Firmly lift up the film. Doesn't say to take it out of the thing though. Open the bag, pour some in the tray, and gently push them down. And we can use a sealer to make it more permanent, to ensure that the crystals, they call them crystals, diamond art, we're going to keep calling them drills, right, just because. It doesn't talk about this, so let's see, what is this? How does this come off? Maybe it stays on there? How about that? That is very different. It says to cut it off. We're going to sort like we always do. Oh yeah, it's stapled up in there. Here's the little pin nails. So it wants us to cut this off. Oh, look at that. It's going to tear. There it is. It's not underneath like I thought. So that's good. Alright. Okay. Each kit's always a little different, isn't it? So, we'll follow our directions. We'll start here because there's our code. I'm going to try to make sure I don't leave that line behind. All right, look at that's a pretty peacock, isn't it? We're gonna let it lay flat for just a little bit, right? Maybe put our box, weight it down just a little bit while we work on our drills. Okay. All right, I got all the drills put into little baggies. I've got my tray set out. I have a few more. I went ahead and loaded up all of the pins with the little red stuff. And so now we're ready to go ahead and start. And so with this one, it's kind of cool because you can just pull this up. And just like before, we're just going to start at the bottom and work our way up. Use this to hold this out of the way. We'll cover it back each day when we're done working on it. So let's go ahead and see what we want. Definitely want some of these. We've got some black in here. I did go ahead and put all of our drills into little buckets, and I've got them alphabetized so that I can go and find them quickly. So I'm just going to keep on filling in, and so I'm looking for some eyes. H-I, here's our eye, and I went ahead and reloaded all my pins, and so we'll just go ahead and keep moving right along and keep making progress. Right, we are making good progress. We have our rose done, these highlights. So now I'm gonna just keep filling in. I just keep going. Like I think we'll start with in, because that's what happens to be right here. And I keep a bunch of pins loaded up just so that I can keep on going. There's one that's broken. I found more in this kit than in the past kits, but I think I have like a bajillion pieces, so I think it's going to be just fine. Just pick and place over and over and over again. So we're making good progress. So what I've been doing is pulling my plastic up, but then pulling this down so that I can, weighting it down with the magnifying glass so that I could get to this area easiest. There you go. Alright, so I'm working on my S's, which is this nice pale teal kind of color. So I'll just keep on plugging away. So I'm looking for S's, SS, here we go. And I will come back and work on the next color, but I like to go on and finish all of one color. All right, we're making progress. Finished up our rows over here. Our rows over here, I actually was able to pull the plastic back to the next level. So we'll kind of work with these U's. These are U's. That's a U. That is this color. So we'll work there first, quite a few U's. And then we'll see what's the next color, like that one, which are Z's. Got some Z's. So Z might be the next one, which is that color. So I've got all my pins reloaded, so we're ready to rock and roll. So, and as I see, if I see a little white ring around the drill, I go ahead and just adjust it. That'll just give an overall better look to the whole picture. All right, here we go. Just pick and place. Right, we're making really good progress. Right, so I'm going to try to get up to this bend, and then I'm going to flip the whole painting around. Oh, there's one that got loose. That way it's easier to work from the other side. So we're just going to keep on going. How about a G? We're going to start with some G's right here. Alright, we've got a small section here and a small section of just odds and end colors here, and then we'll do the flippity-do thing. So let's go ahead and do the flower over here. That way if I lay my hand here, I don't have a problem. Okay, so, and another thing I'll do when I flip it is I'll make sure that all my little colors are covered up, like the little outlines. So let's go ahead. We've got all this down here complete. I went ahead and flipped my piece around, and I'm going to I want to pull it this way and work. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and I want to get all of this done. Well, I'm going to start it. It's quite a bit there. That's a whole bunch of U's, which is, let's see, is this color here. So let's go ahead and we're going to weight this little plastic thing down just to make it a little easier for me. And we'll start filling in right there. Still pick in place. Just I'm going to do all one color and this particular sitting. Right, I have finished the brown and I've moved on to the yellow, which happens to be the letter J. All of this is yellow. So let me pick back up right there and see how much of this I can get done tonight. right, we're going to start working on the top of the peacock's little plumes up here, and then we'll go back to color blocking, right? And we are winding this down. We do have like this swath in here and the face, but we are making good progress. So let's see what we can get done. All right, so maybe we'll start with M's. Right, we're on our last little bit. Right, just this little area here. I'm going to go ahead and finish off the little E's, which happens to be like the white piece. And go ahead and it's just pick and place over and over again. I'm not pressing down with a great amount of pressure. There's sticky on the canvas, right, that holds these drills down. I will go back when I'm completely have all the drills down, and I'll look for any adjustments or any missing drills. I hold it up to the light and it's easier to see that way. You can see it easy from the back. But in the meantime, just pick and place over and over and over again. Alright, I got my low tack tape out just to protect the wood frame here. The drills don't go all the way up to the wood, so that helps. Okay, and here is the diamond glaze that I use, and you can squirt it on. This is such a big surface, I'm just actually going to glop it on and then use a brush to smooth it out. It's water based, so it'll clean up in water. Make sure I didn't get any crumbs there. It's a soft bristle brush, so it's like the glue doesn't want to hold all the way for some reason. Okay, all right, we'll let it dry and then we'll do the repairs. I'll get all this cleaned up. All right, here it is. It's all done. I've replaced all the little drills that had come loose when I did the glaze. I just used art glitter glue to glue them down and then put some more of the diamond glaze on top. But there it is. I'll let it set. It's dry to the touch, but I'll let it set a good 24 hours before I hang it on the wall. And gravity can pull all that glaze down into the canvas itself. But there it is. How about that? It's very, very sparkly. This diamond glaze is like a glaze, so it's a high sheen, right? So it looks glossy. How about that? Yeah, it's kind of sparkly. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but well, there it is. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, would you like it? Share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, would you please consider subscribing? And well, until next time, happy crafting. I'll get this hung on the wall once it's set, and then I'll get you a final picture so you can get a good look at how it is all the way. How about that? I love these colors. I am a little concerned with all the drills that came off when I put the glaze on. I've never had that. And it tells you right on the bottle, use a brush to put it on. But there we are. So I guess sometimes, you know, that kind of happens. Just the first time it's happened to me with one of these kits. So just something to be aware of next time. Didn't hurt the overall look of the project, right? Just pick and place over and over. You know, start out by sorting all your drills into separate baggies. Get all your supplies set up, and I always put it on one of these pieces of foam board that I get from the Dollar Tree. So even though I put a hole in this one, it's like $1.25, right? And I get many uses out of it. But anyways, here is my next diamond art picture, right? They call it a painting. I'm used to painting with a brush, so little odd to say that. But anyways, there we are. I will let it dry, and then I will get a picture and put it as the thumbnail for you. But there is our completed project. Very pleased with how it turned out. All right, until next time, happy crafting.